Hello guys, so talking about that RC loader and the issues we had with that delivery reminded me that on the shelf I have another little package that I never actually opened. A few months back, maybe a year even, I tried to order a Mini Cooper. I think it was supposed to be 132 scale on the advert at the time, but as you can see, I didn't get a Mini Cooper.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
I don't even know what this is, some sort of little Chinese car. So you can see on the front there, the little images actually look like a Mini Cooper, and when you look up this MY66, there is actually a Mini Cooper version. I guess they just sent me the wrong one for whatever reason, but I never actually followed up on it. I just put this on the shelf and forgot about it and never opened it. So I thought we might as well take a look at that, since we were talking about sort of issues we had with orders. So I think this thing is supposed to have lights. It's one of these pullback cars. So I actually ordered a few 132 vehicles just to sort of fill out a little bit of space in the diorama, just to leave them parked around the place, and all the rest of them were fine. I think I got a Volvo car and a Land Cruiser just to fill up the diorama so it didn't look so empty. But this strange little car I never actually looked at. So it's obviously battery powered, 3 by 1.5 volt batteries, it says there. We have some lights at the front. It's one of these pullback cars, but I don't think that's doing anything for lights or anything. No. Well, that was interesting. I don't actually know what triggered that. I guess it was that opening the door, or was it pushing this? Oh, okay. Man, that's hard on the ears. So basically it's activated by pushing this button, pushing the two wheels down at the front. That's pushing it must be a push button underneath here. Let's take it apart, might as well. I don't know if I'll bother converting this to RC, but maybe we will. It says it's 138 scale, so it might look a bit weird beside some of the other models. I don't know if that's the only. Might be one under the battery box. A couple of like watch batteries, what you would expect. Don't know what's holding that in. I took out the screw at the front. Ah, there we go. So it's pretty simple. We have two 3mm LEDs at the front and basic little PCB here. So underneath this blob of just black potting compound, that is going to be your little processor. I guess they hid that because clearly this is such a valuable piece of information. Someone might try and replicate this, maybe do a knockoff version of it. So they had to protect their IP there. Underneath there's obviously just a switch. You can see there's an outline here of a push button switch. So we'll take it apart just to see. It's just going to be a basic push button, I would imagine. It's actually a nice little compact PCB. There's not even any real components on it. You just have your speaker, your batteries, and then everything is handled by the integrated circuit that's under here. Actually, maybe maybe it's some sort of bare die sort of chip. It mightn't actually be like a microchip in its case, like for example any of these black ones. It might be the die might be exposed because it possibly is a very cheap microchip, a custom microchip, and to simplify the process they might have just potted across that and save on might be cheaper. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just guessing really. A single-sided PCB, that's also bring down the cost. That's it. There's not even any resistors on the LEDs, so either they've spec'd the LEDs because they know that the voltage drop or the forward voltage of the LEDs is not going to result in too high of a current on the 4.5 volts that they have from the batteries, or again it's quite possible that inside this potted material with the microchip they have built in some sort of resistor into the die, possibly, because I don't see anything mounted on the PCB. Well, again, it could be under the potting compound as well. Your little gearbox is pretty simple, so that's just going to be a little gear train, and on this side I would imagine there's a little spring, and just as you wind this up, actually I think the spring's on here, so as you wind this up it just gets tension on that spring till it's released. So that's all there is in that little thing. I probably will try and get another little Mini Cooper at some stage. I just thought it'd be a nice little model to try and convert to RC, because it's pretty small, but our little control board should fit into it easy enough. If you think about it, you would have had the whole space in here to put in the little controller, so it wouldn't have been that hard to do. We would have had to 3D print some sort of steering mechanism though, because obviously there's nothing here, just your solid axle, and we'd put a little motor in there, but that wouldn't be hard done. So yeah, just the wheel loader reminded me of this little model sitting on the shelf, so I thought I'd take a look at that. So just another little story for you. So hope you like that one. Thanks very much for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, and if you don't want to miss out on the next video, click the subscribe button below and get the bell on for notifications. A big thanks to all our patrons, sponsors, and you guys buying the PCBs for your own projects. That all helps to support the channel and keep the content coming. And speaking of content, there should be links on the screen now to a few more videos if you want to keep watching. And if you go to the channel homepage, you'll see that there are plenty of playlists there to check out. But that's all I have for today, so I'll see you in the next video.